And they will tie for last, I guess, or tie for second to last, and they'll have a tiebreaker with simply 2 based. But the more likely scenario is if Undying wins, they will tie for second place if EG beats Quincy Crew. But if EG loses later, then Undying will get second place all by their lonesome. So even though a lot of teams like to kind of take things a little memey when playing against Arkosh, I think Undying is going to come out very strong because there is a lot riding on this. And obviously a lot of that has to depend on whether this major ends up being turned into some sort of, it could be technically another major or some sort of regional thing, which is probably more likely considering the timetable we're working with.
Sounds fun. Hello, sir.
Oh, is that Waga? You saved me. Hello.
Yes, I noticed that you're alone here, so decided to come and help you.
Thank you so much. God.
Yeah, no
It was
worries.
so lonely. So, have you had a chance to look at the lineups yet?
Yeah, only I was sitting and watching the drafts happen, actually. Do you have a favorite for yourself?
Well, Undying, of course.
Yeah.
I've picked Arkosh to lose every game since last season. It's kind of my calling card.
Yeah, this was a sanity test. Which one you like better? I think Undying's draft is, yeah, quite easily my favorite here.
Would you give them the 10 to 15% that Purge gave, or would you change that up?
It's probably fair. It's probably about 10, 15%. Yeah, that's a good estimate. I don't know. It all comes down to how much they can stop the Queen from just owning this game, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, talk to me about this matchup, because Nature's Prophet, I mean, we've seen him mid lane before, but not consistently, and Quap is kind of the hero of this patch, it feels like. How bad is this matchup for Prophet?
I don't think it's very good. Queen can skip Shadow Strike entirely on this lane and just focus on Scream and Blink, and she's going to be completely fine. You can use all your mana into multiple Screams. And yeah, Furion, the main thing he has going for him is that he can more easily join the side lanes to pressure with Treants. But I think Queen should be winning this lane hard.
Yeah, so far off to, well, it's pretty even, but it's extremely early, obviously. And Monkey is a very good Nature's Prophet player, probably one of his top 5 heroes, I would say.
Yeah,
he does have a pretty deep pool, though.
He's amazing at so many different micro heroes in general. I mean, you saw Respect. Okay,
yeah,
cut out a little bit.
Spear here onto Dubu. Looks like he's going to be able to walk away safely in the bot lane. The Thunder Strike applied. What about the rest of the lineup? So, position. We have a Medusa on Pale. BSJ playing. Hello, Waga, are you there?
Yeah, my sound went out here in the headset, but you seem to be back now.
That's fine. We're in beta. All is well.
Yep.
So I was just talking about the respective position ones and how they look this game. The heroes.
Yeah, I think the Medusa is going to have trouble against the lineup of Undying because she's a very slow, immobile hero, and they don't have anything to help her reposition. Like sometimes you'll pick something like a Venge or, you know, even a Darkseer offlane to surge her, and there's a lot of control. Like Gyro Calldown, for instance, if it lands on Medusa, she's just going to be immobile.
Yep, that's very true. It should be an interesting match regardless. I mean, Arkosh always, they tend to pull out some shenanigans throughout the game. I was actually really surprised not to see them go for like some crazy smoke into First Blood before the horn started. That's kind of their calling card. So maybe, I mean, they obviously a lot on the line, so maybe they're taking it just a little bit more serious, which is weird for them because I don't think I've ever seen them do that before.
I mean,
you can see Moonmia in her top lane.
It could be. Oh, Medusa's, yeah, got TP out before they cast Inkspell, so she'll be fine. Yeah, you might be right, but I think their lineup, the only thing that they can look towards is level 6 Furion, I think, to make plays. Until then, it's a bit hard to start.
Yeah. Oh, Spear's actually going to miss from Gremlo, so Tomato getting a ton of damage applied to Forsaken Oracle with that Rocket Barrage. Doesn't have a whole lot of mana to speak of, but pops that wand. Still not quite enough. Rocket Barrage is coming off cooldown now. So that should be first blood going the way of Tomato, but he gets speared into the enemy tower. Nicely done from Gremlo. They don't get first blood, but still a very value kill onto the position 1.
Yeah, that's a good return kill. And now when Gyrocopter TPs out to the lane afterwards, you might be able to make a rotation on him before he gets his TP ready. That would be the bigger kill. Like, this opens up an opportunity when Gyrocopter comes back. So maybe Furion can make a rotation towards this.
And top lane, Pale Horse was getting harassed out. Almost died, actually, to the stroke of fate. So talking about the supports for Undying, both the Bane and Grimstroke, really good this game against Pangolier. One of the Pangolier's Crow. He's going to get chased. Inkspell will not connect, but he's still getting right-clicked. Has to use a shield crash to get to the other side of the trees, so will survive. But anything that can go through magic immunity is just the worst for Pango. But of course, it is overwhelming odds. Pops the Fairy Fire in the trees, still getting chased by Saberlight. He's going to take a lot of damage here. Moomiander does have the mana to use some spells here, and they're going to get this kill on Pale Horse.
Yeah, Tomato making this Rocket Barrage build look really nice, playing so aggressively, doing a lot of damage to Mars. Oh, and mid lane, Monkey gets brought down. That's a solo kill.
Wow, yeah. Not even, hadn't leveled Sonic Wave yet either, so that is a very big kill for Bryle. And Bryle is, oh wait, that was, yeah. Sorry. Bryle had kind of a weird, I don't know if you watched that series versus, who was it against? It was against Quincy Crew. Game 3, it went all 3 games. There was kind of a back and forth, but it felt like Undying just made a couple mistakes, and Bryle, not to, you know, focus on him a lot because he's played so well this season, but very uncharacteristic play from Undying, and they just played kind of like scared for the most part. Mid lane, we're going to see the Inkswell onto Bryle, and it looks like that's going to be a kill on the Monkey.
Certainly not scared right now, making the most happen instead. He is going to go down.
Will be a turnaround kill. Monkey ends up getting the kill from Bryle. That was his ultimate, like 5 seconds after he had used it, funnily enough. So we'll get a return on gold at least.
Yeah, bounced it around a lot on top lane. Came back down. That was nice, but he did just die twice in a row there on Furion, so it doesn't feel so good. Fortunately, he's one of the heroes who can do that because you have 2 TPs, so you can still get out on the lane.
Yeah, very true. So what kind of itemization do you like to see on, would you like to see on Nature's Prophet this game? It looks like he is going for the Orchid, so not a huge surprise. I mean, is that when you want to start ganking? Like, can you wait that long? Because right now, obviously, Undying is, you know, creating a bit of a lead.
You have 2 options, right? You can go for the Witchblade immediately, or you can go for the Orchid. I think as a mid Furion, those are kind of your choices. But you're against the Queen of Pain. You don't want to wait for her to get BKB or Eul Scepter to dispel. But seeing as there's a Legion Commander as well, I would probably have opted for the Witchblade. Just more reliable damage. I mean, obviously it can be press the attack as well, but much more unlikely so.
Yeah, we'll see what Bryle ends up itemizing. How often do you go Euls if there's an Orchid on the other side for a Queen of Pain?
Oh, quite often. If you play against Storm, for instance, it's a very common matchup. You end up going Euls every now and then on Queen. It gives you a TP cancel as well, so it's not purely defensive. It also allows you to get some kills.
And Pro already used a swashbuckle on the top lane, getting chased with the overwhelming odds from Saberlight, but Pale Horse has come. But there is a smoke from Undying, and Bryle has a Sonic Wave available. He's going to blink in, gets the Sonic Wave off, and that ensures the Legion dual kill, in addition to Crow going down as well. So Undying, kind of what we expected to start this game.
2 clean kills, and they start pressuring the tower a lot. Meanwhile, Furion trying to make the most happen, as he can't really go top in reaction anymore. He tries to pressure a bit instead. Gyrocopter wants that farm, though.
Oh my god, it's particle effects. What in God's name?
That's crazy.
That Black Cannon, very pretty. Had a nice interview with Sir Action Slacks, and by that I mean he tweeted this out, that Arkosh was of course facing against the undefeated Undying. Of course, he's not aware that they have lost twice so far in this season. But that just shows you how much he respects Undying in their play, I think. As Saberlight getting chased at the top lane, you can see Monkey faking the TP. A lot of members of Undying are here, though, so Arkosh Gaming have to be a little bit careful. Static Storm only applied to Dubu right now, but there's the leash from the Grimstroke. They'll be able to find the Bane to start this fight out. Nice overwhelming odds onto 3 heroes. And Gremlo gets off the arena as well. So 2 support kills in favor of Arkosh. But all the cores end up running away here.
Only level 1 glimpse, and that Mars Arena almost caught the Legion Commander as well. It was really, really close. That was a good reaction by Arkosh. I like how you said that you had a nice interview with Slacks, and it comes down to you didn't have to talk to him. That's... I like the message.
Yeah. Didn't have to interact with him in a verbal sense. Just text. It's always preferable. Looks like Undying is going to group up here in the mid lane. Forsaken Oracle is going to take a Shadow Strike. Gremlo stuck in a very bad spot, but looks like that kinetic field is going to prevent Undying from chasing any further. But it looks like the tier 1 tower is what they're going to try to focus on here in all likelihood. Although they end up going into the enemy jungle, so Pale Horse, who is only sitting on the Treads Band of Elven Skin right now, he's going to get slept. Dubu not quite level 6 yet. But the duel is here, and that is going to be a very easy kill and another duel victory for Saberlight.
Yeah, nice to get those wins early. Get some damage that's going to scale with you the entire game. Just sets you up for more duel victories in the future. They also have the Grimstroke bind into double duel later on. Want to see if that's going to happen.
Yep, those are always fun because you end up... I mean, it's kind of a weird interaction, but the fact that Moment of Courage will proc more often
it does.
is pretty nice.
And you get two Presty attacks if you win both as well, so...
Yep. As we're going to see Crow get taken out thanks to the Fiend's Grip top lane, but, you know, I always thought Omni Slash should work. You know, it should create a ghost juggernaut that Omni Slash is the 2nd time or something. It feels weird that a single target ability doesn't work, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Though, probably.
It would probably be too strong, but something would have been fun.
Maybe a Swift Slash. As Bryle's going to get Inkswell, you can see the Static Storm placed on Forsaken Oracle to prevent any aggression. So he'll be able to do so successfully in keeping himself alive, but the tower still goes down, and here comes Tomato with that ultimate into the Sonic Wave as well. They delete both Forsaken Oracle and Monkey from the map and get the tier 1 tower.
That was a beatdown. That was really nice rotation there by both Gyrocopter and Queen, synergizing nicely.
And Lumiere, he's going to get arena'd in a bot lane. Gremlo kind of confused what he's doing down here. So Gremlo not only gets the tier 1 tower, but a kill to boot, and TP's away. Saberlight with the duel, not in range. He had that level 10 talent, maybe.
Yeah, I was a little bit too brave. He probably thought he has backup closer, but it's quite a way for Legion Commander to run there.
Now Pale Horse working on the Ancient stack. This is how Medusas get back in the game. He has the Dragon Lance right now, and if we compare that to Tomato, he has Crystallis. Looks like he's going to be going Aghanim Scepter as the secondary item. Now, is this going to be a Daedalus or is it going to be a Silver Edge? As we have to hold that thought. Gremlo Nightmared up. Teammates are in the vicinity. Static Storm's not up for another 15 seconds, though. You can see the Rolling Thunder used, though. Crow gets off a nice 1 stun, make it 2. Saberlight looking for a duel victory here. And he's going to have to back up thanks to that Stone Gaze being applied. But Crow not going to be so lucky. Basically left to his own devices, and he has no spells to use for just a little bit here. Should be able to get cleaned up.
Yeah, he gets run down by Queen. Gonna be an easy scream and kill him. But I think this will be a Daedalus for sure. It could stay as a casual Crystallis for a while though, as you might go Aghanims, and then perhaps you want to add something even like SNY or get, you know, Maelstrom. There are many options you can go for. Satanic, of course, being a big one.
Yeah, Monkey trying to push this top tier 1. Saberlight TP's in very low though. Has the armlet available. Is going to use the duel onto Gremlo and is going to win within his own duel, adding insult to injury. Imagine a god dying in his own arena. Very sad. As Pale Horse on the other side also getting dropped thanks to the Fiend's Grip usage from Dubu.
Nice rotation there, and impressive by Saberlight. They realized he can just go for that kill. Knows that Furion can't do anything to help the Mars, and it's just a 1v1. Does he not have any point in Bulwark still?
Is that true? Wow, you're right. Monkey getting caught off. The Inkswell connects, and the rest of Undying connects on top of him as well. So Undying absolutely dominating this early game. And we'll see if Arkosh can do anything to get back overall. I mean,
Yeah.
Medusa is not... I mean, you can look at the net worth right now. It is not looking great. Gyro is so far ahead. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty grim. I mean, Medusa is even behind the Legion and the Queen on the enemy team as well, so she has a bit of work cut out for her here.
Yeah, we're going to see the duel attempt onto Pale Horse. It's not going to be a kill, but... Or at least not a dual victory, I should say. Pale Horse is now on the run, has very little mana to work with, but the Sonic Wave should be enough. Crow not able to save anybody with that roll, but might be able to take out Bryle in turn. His blink is up in just a second, but he is taken out in turn by Arkosh Gaming, along with the LC, so a nice turnaround here. If they find 3, sadly for them, Medusa doesn't get any of the XP. Tomato looks to be next on the list. Nice arena from Gremlo into the spear. And dude, this is going to be a full team wipe potentially for Arkosh.
Oh, bring him back.
Yeah, the pig pull not going to be enough. Full team wipe. And again, the sad thing is Pale Horse gets none of that XP at all.
Yeah,
but still, a great turnaround from Arkosh overall.
I mean, we saw him getting focused first here, so they want to shut down the Medusa, but this is so close to a tier 2 tower. This is a lack of respect by Undying. And you can understand, the game has been easy for them, but this is how you get punished.
Yeah, this is something that Undying kind of gets a little shaky on, is the whole discipline aspect of the game. And they came in with their heads on straight, it looked like. Very focused, because, like I said, a lot of teams maybe, you know, don't take Arkosh as seriously. But this is a very important game for Undying, so a little bit surprised to see the discipline kind of fall out of favor here.
Yeah, they're probably going to try and tighten up their play now. I doubt that we're going to see them dive tier 2 uncontrollably within the next, like, 10 minutes here. They're probably going to be trying to play as disciplined and good as they can. They're in a very winning spot. The only way they lose the game from that is, you know, kind of diving too hard, committing.
Yeah. I thought they were going to go with this smoke into the top lane to find the Nature's Prophet, but they're looking for Pale Horse instead. He has to use Stone Gaze in his own jungle. Not sure if they're going to go any further here.
Oh, Queen barely making it out.
Yeah, Bryle looks like he might survive here. Crow does have Swashbuckle soon, so it had to be a somewhat blind one. Gets it off into the shield crash. Nicely done, and Gremlo jumps in with that Blink Dagger, gets the arena off. Looks like Moon Meander is going to be the second kill in this little mini engagement here for Arkosh.
All right.
Mounting a bit of a comeback.
Yeah, Arkosh are back, you know. I mean, these are not kills and experience that Medusa is getting, but I was going to get to that point that the stronger your other heroes are, the better. That's the duel on illusion. Good bait.
Yep, you should get like 5 damage for an illusion, I think. Saberlight gonna get stuck inside this kinetic field, trying to armlet toggle. Tomato's in the vicinity, gets off his call down. There's gonna be a lot of damage from Tomato. They lose the LC, but Tomato looks to be cleaning up for the most part. Dougal gets credit for the second one there.
The Legion got out.
Bro, very lucky to get out.
Her overwhelming odds right as the cooldown came down as well. It basically just cleared everyone. That was some dirty damage. Look at this. Like, she barely gets it out before she dies.
Let's see. The armlet, I mean, the armlet just makes her so much tankier. Like, without that, she would have been dead long before that.
Yeah. And there is the burst.
Nice overwhelming odds. Not often you see a value overwhelming odds. One of the least respected abilities in Dota, I think. And
it's a super strong talent as well if you take the AoE. Some people underestimate the AoE talent. He didn't go for it in this game, but you can land these big overwhelming odds quite easy. Of course, the dual cast range is very popular, though.
Yeah, especially when you're getting this many duels. Soulbind onto 2, but the glimpse back Moon Meander. Looks like he's going to drop here. They haven't really been able to set up anything with the Soulbind yet. And this is only a 2k lead for Undying. As Gremlo jumps in again with the arena. Very aggressive play. Gets it off onto 2 heroes. Dubu was stuck with the spear. Tomato is just standing his ground now, though. Gonna get rebuked to the other side. Pale Horse gets off the Stone Gaze again. Looks like Dubu's gonna fall at the very least. And gonna try to turn this around. This will be a huge kill on Tomato, but the press the attack keeping him safe. And Monkey taking the brunt of the damage, basically tanking up the entire Rocket Barrage by himself. Shield crash onto Tomato. Looks like he's dying to his death, but no, the Undying duel from Saberlight, beautifully done, saves his position 1, and now the chase is on to try to finish off the rest of Arkosh Gaming. Pale Horse, well, looks like he'll be able to TP out at the very least.
Yeah,
I thought Tomato was dead for sure.
I thought so as well, but he manages to just barely stay alive. I think the Queen came in at the right time there to help out as well. That, you know, both these teams playing so aggressive. That was quite a deep dive by Arkosh. I think they're feeling themselves a little bit too much, but maybe it's good to play aggressive when you're behind.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's always been my motto. Back in the old Counter-Strike days, Waga. You know, when you're at a disadvantage, you gotta play aggressive. You gotta take some risks, or else you're just basically waiting for the game to be over.
I am in line with that. I'm a big fan of the YOLO Mask of Madness or Rapier if you have the gold for it. You know, there's nothing better than going crazy when you're backed into a corner, right?
Yep, I agree. As Aegis is gonna go the way of Undying, so Tomato. It has died twice, but that was kind of early in the game, is doing it just fine now. Top of the net worth by quite a long shot. But again, Arkosh did make a bit of a comeback, and I feel like it's helped both Monkey and Pale Horse quite a bit kind of get back into this game. Monkey's still working on the BKB, not too far away from that. And from Pale Horse's perspective, still working on Scotty, has the casual Yasha though.
And both teams kind of setting up bottom here. Gremlo looking for a jump. It's going to be Legion, though.
Yeah, we're going to see the duel. The arena is there, but Monkey's dead right off the bat. Soulbind onto 2. You can see how good it is against Pangolier, and they're just going to try to turn this around onto both heroes. And they get the second kill very easily as Crow left all alone again. And Saberlight with 70 damage from duel victories this game at 20 minutes. That is absurd.
Yeah, that's really wild. He's popping off like crazy. The Fiend Script ending early there, by the way. If you Fiend Script onto Grimstroke, if one of the targets die, both the Fiend Script will end. But I think
even if the one that you clicked on is,
I was about to get to that.
The one that stays alive.
Exactly. I think it's the other way around. I think you need to click on the one that doesn't die, because I think he clicked it on Pango, and then it casts it onto Mars. Look at this. Look at the grip. Yeah, so Mars is the one that's targeted second. I think maybe if he got the cast on Mars, then it keeps going on Pango. I'm not sure, though.
Really? That's really weird. Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to see the Nightmare here onto Gremlo. Oh, the Static Storm used, but it's not going to find anybody. And it looks like that's going to break things up, and Brow wants to continue on. He has a Sonic Wave. Why not? Forsaken Oracle and Gremlo brought very, very low. Forsaken Oracle will be destroyed by that Stroke of Fate, and Gremlo just getting chased in the trees. And I hear a duel yet again in the trees. Crow, that is 90 damage. See, this is how Legion Commander should be played, Waga. He should not, or she, should not be a press the attack bot. That's my problem with this hero, is that 9.5 times out of 10 is she's just picked for press the attack. This is a duel game.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
We saw Legion Commander winning against Mars earlier today as well, in the previous series, and it's, you know, if she gets to a point where she can farm up a lot, get some items, if she gets to a point where she can solo kill, basically, then it's a good Legion game. If you have to rely on everyone else to get kills, then it changes the gameplay so much.
Yeah, she's turning into a carry in her own right, for sure. Has the blink. Actually went Boots of Travel. Didn't even catch that.
Yeah, that's a
What would you like
build.
to be built? Is it just, yeah, like would you like a BKB or would you like something more aggressive from Saberlight?
I mean, I think at this point he can go Aghanims if he wants, because he has so much dual damage. You can justify it, I would say.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in just a moment. As Bryle getting caught out. Nice pick off here by Arkosh. So Legion's Axe has been changed so many times, but the current iteration increases the duration, and you and your target take 50% less damage from other people.
Yep.
And then the CDR.
Yeah, the
So you think that
the CDR is the big part. That you can duel more often is a huge buff to it.
You know, I was thinking something that could be added, which would be a nice quality of life, is both targets get magic immunity instead of the damage reduction.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Because anytime LC gets picked, you're picking like a Shadow Demon, you're picking like any of these saves, like Astral.
I think they used to have the magic immunity though, but then the shard came in, and I don't think you want to have too much magic immunity on one hero. That's the problem. You'd end up with like.
Well, you got to get rid of shard. Obviously, it's too good.
Oh,
too freaking good. Gremlo getting chased. Moon Meander gets off the Phantom's Embrace. Browse there, has the Sonic Wave if he wants to use it. Not going to need to. Another easy pickoff for Undying. Still have Aegis for another 30 seconds.
Yeah.
See if they can pressure this tier 2.
This Legion is just terrorizing. Look how fast he is.
Yep, Soulbind, but there's a Static Storm to try to counter this. Saberlight still so tanky here. He's just going to turn this around again. Didn't get the duel victory earlier, but they'll find the kills nonetheless. Crow's dead. Forsaken Oracle is as well.
Yeah, Gyrocopter showing they can do more than just hit the creeps as well, coming in and just destroying this fight. He's getting to a point where nothing can really stand near him anymore. They're just gonna kind of disappear to Gyro auto attacks.
And Pelhorse forced to TP out of his own triangle as Arkosh that is, at a 7k deficit. Monkey trying to push, but at the same time, his base is getting pushed. And there's the duel onto Pale Horse. Do they have enough damage to take him out during the duel victory? No. But they might have enough damage after the fact. He has no mana to speak of, and he's gripped on top of all of that. So down goes Pale Horse. 50 seconds, no buyback. And this is looking like a minimum 1 Rax if they want to continue. But again, they don't have Aegis, but Satanic on Tomato. He's looking very hard to kill as Brile jumps in with a Sonic Wave. Forsaken Oracle is done. Gremlo looking to be next potentially. Will walk away to his base successfully.
I keep thinking this Gyrocopter is shooting Scouties everywhere with this auto attack. It's very confusing.
Seriously, this is very distracting.
Yeah, at least with Flak Cannon, like it's going all over the place. What the hell?
That is a top set of racks for Undying as they have taken firm control of this game. Monkey just trying to jungle in the meantime just to get a little bit of farm. Working on the assault for himself. I mean, is there anything in your opinion that moves the needle for Arkosh in terms of itemization? Like, is there an item that, like, obviously you want Scotty on Pale Hearts, but that's not going to be enough at this point.
No, I mean, this is it. This is what we were talking about. Mask of Madness becomes a bigger item. Divine Rapier. I think those 2 items should probably be his next 2 items, honestly, because this game is looking like a loss if you don't do something desperate.
Yeah, we're seeing another duel onto Pale Horse, but he's going to survive through it. But there's a Soulbind after the fact. And a call down to come down as well. Lots of damage coming from Mr. Gyrocopter as Arkosh are getting destroyed. Pale Horse dies yet again. And Gremlo looks to be the 3rd as Monkey's able to TP away successfully. Good news is he did skill Bulwark eventually, Waga.
Yeah, he did get it, but at this point I don't think it matters so much. The damage is coming in from all over the place. They're just being overrun in these fights. He did opt to go for a Silver Edge on Gyrocopter in the end. No bots.
Okay. Thanks for. And so that's why he wasn't. He was just he didn't level Bulwark on purpose. He knew he was going to get broken by Tomato eventually, right? Easy.
That's it. Yeah, smart counterplay. Big brain.
Yep, Saberlight looking for a duel onto Monkey, and he is he's silenced right now. So the TP will be successful. Nicely done. Very quick fingers from Monkey.
Yeah, that was a clutch orchid. Manages to save his life there. DD Rune in this Queen of Pain, by the way. They're ready to break high ground.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they can do. Pale Horse doesn't even have his ult for another 15 seconds. Crow has to use roll up to get out. But nice initiation from Gremlo, but Tomato's just going to get pressed the attack. And he's just killing Crow passively right now. Crow goes down to the overwhelming odds.
The poor little Pango, dude. I feel his pain. Oh.
Yeah, Axe does feel really good. Oh, Fiend's Grip, bottom lane, Monkey pops the BKB. No Sonic Wave, so it has to be the attacking get through. Not going to happen. But on the other side, Arkosh. All right. They're basically getting team wiped here. Buyback from Gremlo and company, though. They're trying to get Tomato. It's going to be close. He gets pressed the attack, and there's the Satanic. GG was called many seconds early. I didn't even notice. GG. Undying tape game 1 in very, very easy fashion, it seems.
Yeah.